a show that I can't wait for. Super Bowl Sunday, which the Super Bowl sucked, by the way. I didn't have a dog in that fight, but I thought the Super Bowl was so boring. The commercials sucked. But this commercial didn't suck.
This year, I feel like every year the halftime show and the commercials is whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, didn't hear about any commercials, and I'm just like barely paying attention.
It was so boring. I didn't like. Yeah. Anyway, that's another stream for the day. But we got the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I know you're smiling, Amanda, because you, like me, we love us some Bucky and Sam and the banter and the buddy cop thing going on. But we got a couple big things this week. So number one, we got the trailer. But then to dive into the trailer, Baron Zemo walking with Sam and Bucky. He doesn't want superheroes, but why are you hanging out with superheroes? Apparently there's a rumor out there that this is going to be the rating wise, it's going to be very mature, like the most like violent show that Marvel movie wise and show that they've ever produced. So yeah, does it get you excited? What did you think about the trailer? And can March 19th get here any sooner?
I mean, I'm stoked. I actually started screaming when it dropped because I followed the Twitter account and I had the notifications on from the Disney Investor Day. So I'm like, you know what? It's going to drop eventually. So I had the notifications on. I got the notification. I screamed. My parents were like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, guys, just let me have this. So I watched the trailer. I was dying. I thought it looked absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited. Even rating wise, like I do think that if any of the shows or the films were going to go to an R rating, this would kind of make sense. Action wise, especially because we don't know what they're going to do, but that just gets me so pumped. Like, are they going to curse? Because
that little girl didn't kick your ass.
Like, honestly, like hearing that from Mackie already, like I think that I get like even more excited if we know that there could be swearing on Disney Plus. I don't know, but the action choreo looked incredible. It reminded me of the Winter Soldier. The fighting choreography that's what had my heart from the Winter Soldier. I thought it was just so clean and just fun and intricate. Like it was fantastic. We got Sharon Carter coming back too, which is also great. Which I mean, I didn't really like Sharon Carter, but it's okay. But I'm really happy that she's in the mix as well, because we can't forget about characters. There's a reason why they're in the show. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yep. And like going back to what you said about Baron Zemo, like I actually really enjoyed him in Civil War. I thought was Civil War. Yeah, it was in Civil War because he does have a cool backstory. His dynamic with Bucky, I thought, was really important. So to have like that conversation, as you said, the three of them walking and talking, I think it's more of like it's a civil conversation before things, get out of hand, maybe.
What you did there, the Civil War. Okay,
but yeah, like I'm stoked. You know how excited I am. My Funko Pops came in. I'm living right now. So I need it here. I need it here, like now. So
I can't wait. Tossing to you, Chris. Again, just touching on the point that if this is, as they said, this is going to be like Winter Soldier, which I think Winter Soldier is like top tier Marvel for me. It's like so great. But Baron Zemo, man, he was one of the villains in the MCU that did exactly what he wanted to do, which was to break up the Avengers. He did that, and in response to that, Thanos came through and did his thing. So Baron Zemo's a pretty pivotal villain. But your thoughts on the trailer, expectations? There is a scene that shows that we might be at a memorial for Steve Rogers, or something. I don't know. Is Cap dead? What's your thoughts on it, man?
No, sorry.
Yeah. No, just want to go on record by shouting out Amanda saying something nice about Civil War. Anyway,
yes, the tally of that.
That was on camera.
You're keeping tabs. I don't like that.
No, that's a fact. So first thing, Super Bowl is awesome because Tom Brady won. Let's not talk about that. The commercials were very underwhelming. But that T-Mobile Tom Brady commercial, I don't care what you think about Tom Brady. That
was funny.
Okay, good.
Thing. Yeah. Oh, I like Tom Brady. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I like Tom Brady. Okay. He's the GOAT.
All right, cool. And then, but I will say that I read that this was like the lowest ratings for the Super Bowl since 2006. Yeah. I don't know why, but I think I don't know why, if it is outside of the pandemic, because like in a year, like you're gonna Patrick Mahomes versus Brady, this is like the best that you could possibly get on paper. So anyway, I have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier on the bottom of my totem pole of WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon, but the trailer did help. It was a good trailer. And I think like I said before, like I think Falcon is my least favorite. No, I not think he is my least favorite Avenger.
Yeah.
But Bucky's up there. So it's like I think he will be great in the show.
Yeah.
Plus, the trailer gave me Winter Soldier and Civil War vibes, which are two of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I know it'll be good no matter what. I'm not super hyped. It's not circled on my calendar, but I will be there on the 19th watching it live. But yeah, overall thoughts.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Kristen, your thoughts on, I guess, expectations for this show, excitement level, diving deep into some things that maybe stood out to you on the trailer, and are we witnessing the true bromance between Bucky and Sam Wilson?
Okay, well, so like Chris, this is not really one that's on my radar, I guess. Like, like I said, I'm really more into like the really goofy comic book vibes. So like WandaVision, Guardians of the Galaxy, those things are the ones that I'm like, oh, this is fun. Like, oh, Baby Groot, like that's fun too. Sure. So I will say, like, when this was coming out, when the hype for this, I was not really like paying attention. But when I watched the trailer, I will say the thing that really drew me in was those like bromance moments. Like I'm like, okay, it looks equal parts goofy and action packed, and the goofy is what I'm drawn to. So I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to check this one out then, because originally I was kind of like, I don't know, I'll just stick with WandaVision. But yeah, that trailer, just the two of them together look like they have really great chemistry. So I'm like, all right, if it's gonna be funny in that way, maybe I need to check it out.
No doubt. Yes. Zach, man, excited for this show. Is Cap dead? Again, there was a shot there. They were going to some type of funeral there, and then U.S. agent Wyatt Russell coming into the mix as this new super soldier. There's one thing I'm going to mention that gets me really excited about this show, but just your general thoughts on this trailer and just kind of excitement level for this show, Falcon and Winter Soldier, man.
Yeah, I was not super excited for the show, just in the grand scheme of different Marvel announcements. The scene, just on its surface, seems like the most like standard. WandaVision obviously got this whole experimental thing on. The Loki show, like who knows what's going to happen with the Loki show, but this is your most like cut and dry action, whatever. So my anticipation was kind of low. Trailer kind of gave me some like Bad Boys vibes, though. I don't know. It seems like it could be fun. I do like a good buddy action comedy. So they've got charismatic people involved. I'm hopeful for this one. Not necessarily like counting the days for it to be released, but definitely optimistic about it. I have some doubts as to how risque they're gonna be on a Disney Plus platform. They got Hulu if it really is stretching towards that R rating. So we'll see, but yeah, it does seem like a fun time.
It's so let me sell Zach and Kristen and my homie Chris on why this will be maybe the best show on Disney Plus.
Please.
So, yay! The thing that they really haven't been shining light on is they mentioned a couple weeks ago, Anthony Mackie talked about the shield, not taking the shield, right? America not accepting a black Captain America, something that they're not going to advertise because they want to bring people in, right? You want to sell a show of action and fun and jokes and all that stuff. But and you just mentioned, Zach, how deep are they going to get with Black Panther? They dove into the idea of T'Challa not letting people come into the resources that they have. And I think this show is going to explore, again, America not accepting a black Captain America. As in the comics, Isaiah Bradley, the first Captain America who was experimenting on, was brushed under the rug, and he's going to be appearing in this show. So I am so excited to see Marvel have, just like WandaVision, we're talking about grief and trauma and how they process that in the superheroes. But what about some racy things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? How about tackling racism and how that looks in the MCU? So that gets me excited for that on a number one scale. And then my nerdy side, he gets excited about what this means for the Thunderbolts, creating supervillains in regards to Baron Zemo, Abomination, a lot of Justin Hammer might come into the mix. AIM. Yeah, I mean, this is the political aspect of what I love about MCU, about the ground level villains, of how they want to become. Like, again, Baron Zemo is on the same level of Thanos because he was able to accomplish the goal that no other villain was able to do except for Thanos and Eric Killmonger in a certain extent. So I am beyond excited for this show, for all the different things they can talk about in regards to, again, race, who holds the shield. The Sokovia Accords are still in place. So what does it mean that superheroes like Clint Barton, who was murdering people as Ronin, what does that mean for him, which might lead into She-Hulk as a lawyer for superheroes? I'm stoked for this show, as you all can see. I can't wait for it. I don't know if I've sold you guys on it a little bit more in regards to things that we could potentially tackle, and cameos could be out of this world with this show. I don't think we're going to get any supernatural like Infinity Stones and full and all that stuff, but what does the world look like politically after you were snapped for 5 years? What does that look like? And I want this show to experiment on that in regards to society and politics and police force. And what does that look like after half police force and militaries have been gone for 5 years? So I think the show can dive into all those political themes. So, Kristen,
all right. let me say this. If Magneto comes at the end of WandaVision, you'll never win.
Oh God!
But that was a great pitch. I'm being serious. That was a great pitch. I am more intrigued on it this way now. And I always thought about the blip too, like getting more information, like what that was like, what that transition would have been like. And then like randomly, I always thought like if I were to survive the blip, like if I didn't get blipped, trying to figure out what celebrities got blipped, like would have been like such a crazy game for the first then like your favorite teams, like you're a Laker fan, you'd be like, do we lose LeBron? Like, he's gone. He was like,
no, we only lost Gordon Tucker. It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, please, did they lose Kanye? Ah, damn it. So like, I always thought it was cool, but I think if the show it kind of explores that, and you got a little taste of that with Endgame, of Captain Rogers and all that kind of stuff. But I'm interested. That was very good.
And that may not leave out that there is a U.S. agent. The government has now created their own Captain America in their own light in Wyatt Russell. What does that mean for other super soldiers in this universe? What does that mean for them trying to create? I think there was some leak that the idea of the show is there's some type of serum going around that's giving people superpowers, mutants. Wolverine being experimented on. The idea of, again, Isaiah Bradley was the first Captain America. Steve Rogers was experimenting on. Who else are they experimenting on? Like the Abomination. So human trials. I mean, there's so much stuff that this show can dive into. And I'm so excited. But we want to know what you all are thinking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Do you want to see Keanu Reeves appear in the show? We heard, we got the news last week that Don Cheadle is going to be appearing on the show at some point as War Machine. So really excited for it. But let us know you guys' thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Are you ready? So last few